all the Life with Jamie and the boys here. Alright, so today we have been challenged to do it's called a Sammie challenge, or a grinder sandwich challenge. Thanks Mom over there at Mud Mascara for challenging me to do this, and MT Homestead. I really appreciate it, giving me some more content for my YouTube channel. Alright, so today my sandwich challenge is going to be a chicken Philly Sammie. Okay, so what you're going to need is 2 pounds of chicken, which this is about 2.64 pounds, but it's fine. I'll show you what to do with that in just a minute. 1 each of a red, orange, and yellow, and a green bell pepper. You can use either one of these or both, or whatever cheese you want, but I'm using these because this is what I have. Provolone cheese and mozzarella cheese. You are going to need Hoagies. Walmart was out of the regular white bread Hoagies, so I had to get the whole wheat, which will be fine. You're going to need about 1/2 of an onion, and then I'm going to try this Dano's original. I found this at Walmart because everybody else was saying you have to order it offline, but I'm going to use it today because I found it. If I don't use the Dano's, then I'm going to use garlic pepper, onion powder, and a little bit of garlic salt powder just to give it that extra garlicky taste, a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Alright, so I'm going to bring you guys down so that you can see my work area and see what I'm doing. I'm about to start cutting up the vegetables first, and then I'm going to cut the chicken last. I have my pans. I don't have a camera stand, so this is why you're in my hands. Alright, so I have a big pan right here for everything to go together, and then I have a small pan to do with just the onions and peppers. Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys down. Sorry you can't see my face, but it is what it is. I'm going to bring my light down a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Wish I had a way to stand this up a little higher, or kind of like this. It's not the best, but it'll work. Okay, so we're going to start out with our vegetables by cutting these. I'm going to get 2 bowls to put my chicken and my vegetables in, because I'm going to cook the vegetables together and then I'm going to cook the chicken separately, just because I'm not a big fan of bell peppers and onions in my stuff, even though I need to be. I'm going to start eating healthier. Get some of this stuff out of the way that I've got right here. Alright, so I'm going to put my bowl off to the side. We're going to start off with our green bell pepper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these in the bowl, and then I'm going to rinse them off all together. This way I don't have to do it one by one. So you're just going to see me walk right over here. I'm going to rinse these off. I'm going to take the stickers off. If you guys hear anything in the background, that's the kids playing and watching TV, and Angel and Max are in the background as well. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright. So we have our vegetables all chopped and ready to be cooked. So we're going to put these in the pan in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and chop up the chicken into like small... Okay, let's try this again. My phone was running out of storage. Alright, anyways, like I was saying, this is an easy dinner recipe to cook Philly cheesesteaks or chicken Phillies like I'm making. So you want your chicken to be kind of about like that. Okay, you're just going to do that with all 3 chicken breasts that you have, or 2 chicken breasts. If you're only doing it for 2 people, I recommend doing maybe like 1 chicken breast. And don't use so many bell peppers, which I didn't have to use all those bell peppers, but I don't know when the next time I'm going to use them, so that's why I used them all. This is just, like I said, an easy dinner, quick. The only thing that takes so long is the prepping part, getting everything cut. And put together. Alright, so about like that. Put them into like cubes, because they're going to shrink up a little bit, so you don't want them to be too small. And it's not really going to matter. It depends on how big of a family you're feeding. Like I'm feeding me, my husband, and my brother-in-law. Sorry, we got ants kind of bad here today, this week. My kids, now Miguel and Micah, I don't know if they will eat this. I hope they will, but if they don't, it's not a big deal. They've got Zaxby's from earlier they can finish eating. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting up this chicken, and when I get it thrown in the pan and ready to cook, I will bring you guys back so that y'all aren't sitting here watching me cut all this and it be silence. But I will be right back. Okay, I'm on my last piece of chicken breast. I thought of something that you guys might like to know with this recipe is you can do, change it up, you know, do chicken and do it with whatever vegetables you like. You can even do it with asparagus or mushrooms. You could do it with fresh mushrooms. You could do it with bell peppers and onions. Sweet bell peppers you could also do it with if you like the sweet bell peppers. Little mini ones that are about like that big. This recipe is pretty much different. Now, I'm not going by any recipe on Pinterest or anything. This is my recipe. I'm kind of coming up with this on my own, which is a surprise to me because normally I find everything on Pinterest or on Facebook. But now there is some recipes that I want to try that are on Facebook and TikTok and stuff, but I just haven't had the energy to cook here lately. But I figured this would be a great thing to do for tonight because I needed to do this anyways because I was challenged, and I'm not going to say no to a challenge, so challenge accepted. But yeah, this is almost done cutting up this chicken, and then I'm going to throw it in the pan with our seasonings. I might do it 2 different ways. I might do it 2 different seasonings. That way we can see what, you know, how, if we like one better than the other. So I'm going to do one with just the Danos and one with the garlic pepper, garlic salt, or garlic powder, garlic and onion powder. When you're cooking chicken, the best thing that I think, if you're cooking it in a pan like I am tonight, is to not necessarily wait to season it. You could season it in the bowl right here and then cook it. It's really your preference how you like to cut and season your food. But I'm probably going to just season it a little bit afterwards, because it's going to cook and it's going to have, chicken has water in it, so whenever you're cooking it, it's going to cook all that seasoning out of it, if that makes sense. Okay, let me throw some avocado oil in your pan, probably about 2 tablespoons. I'll show you guys how much I threw in there. About that much. Okay. Wait, don't fall on me now. Turn the slide on. I'm itchy. Move this over a little bit, because I do not need my chopping block anymore. I'm going to go put this on the sink and wash my hands. Hands are washed, cleaned, ready to go for this next step. So you're going to want to turn your eye on to high to start out with. Get that oil heated up. And then once your oil is heated up, you're going to throw your chicken in. I'm going to cook all the chicken together, and then I'm going to separate the chicken into another pan with each seasoning on half of it, and then the other half the other seasoning. So, this is what we're going to do. Not sure how I'm going to set you guys up right here, but we'll find a one way. Somehow, some way, we will set you guys up right here where y'all can see what I'm doing. Sort of what I'm doing. Clip my hair up real quick. Just trying to leave it down, but it's not working. Okay, so while we're waiting on this to heat up, I have a question for all the moms. Are you guys ready for school to start back? I am a little bit. I'm going to miss Miguel while he's in school. But, you know, I mean, yes, I am going to miss him, but it's going to be good to have some kind of time for me and Micah. That way we can hang out together and while Miguel's in school, and then when Miguel gets out of school, that's when I'll sit down and I'll spend time with him. Homework, chores, you know, whatever he's got to do after school. So while Max is not in here, we are actually going to be making him a cake for his birthday, because his birthday was yesterday. And I was going to buy a cake, but it was like $11 and some change, and I didn't want to do that, so we are going to make him a chocolate cake. And these are the sprinkles that Miguel picked out. Shark Funfetti. Max is not going to like that. And Space Rockets. Alright, our oil is heated up, and I'm going to grab my good spatula, because my other spatula is almost broke. So we're just going to throw this on in the pan. Okay, I'm going to let this cook up, and then once it's cooked and I put the seasoning on it, I will bring you guys back and let you guys see how we assemble everything. Or I'll bring you guys back when I put the vegetables in the other pan. That's what I'll do. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. That took me a minute. I went ahead and made Max's cake. That way it's done and ready. You can't really see it, but I am throwing it in the oven now. Just going to make it a rectangle cake because I don't have 2 round pans. I thought I did, but I don't. So that goes in there for 30 to 35 minutes. It's just a regular, we'll do 34 minutes. Betty Crocker super smooth or super moist cake mix, devil's food. Yeah, so we're making dessert while we're making dinner. Alright, so our chicken is almost done cooking. I'm going to go ahead and get out another pan. To put the other half of the chicken in. I'm going to put half. I'm going to put half in this pan. That sounds about right. About half and half. I'm going to move this pan out of the way. I need this other side. Turn this on high and turn this on high. So I'm going to put this one right here. Because I want to cook my vegetables in this pan, just because this pan is bigger. I'm going to... Goodness, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Alright, let me... go ahead and transfer this over to this side. So that can continue to cook. I'm going to go ahead and put the seasonings on both. This way I know what's what. I can just say the blue pan is Dano's and the black pan is the other. Alright, so now we're going to add, I ran out of oil, so this goes, no I'm not. Alright, so I'm just going to add a little bit of my corn oil into the bottom of the pan. Just a little bit, you don't need a whole lot. Just to cook our veggies. veggies you want to cook pretty cooked, like well done. You cook them how you like them. My husband and brother-in-law like theirs to be cooked pretty well done. So I'm going to cook theirs well done. Alright, Dano's time. These are over here frying up now. Alright, show you guys how much Dano's I put in here. About that much. Probably about 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half maybe. Other one, just going to throw some garlic pepper, about a tablespoon. About a teaspoon of garlic. And about a tablespoon of onion powder. Okay. And then we're going to mix this all up. I've never tried Dano's before, so this is how we're going to try it. I do not have the perfect to show you guys how to cook this the best way you can. Cook it till it's well done or reaches a temperature of 165 in the center of the chicken. Alright, you gotta be quick about this, y'all, because my phone keeps cutting me off. Alright, so the bell peppers and onions, I added garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of salt and pepper to it. I did not add the garlic pepper because I had already added garlic powder and onion powder. So you just want to cook them until they're to your liking. These are just about how Angela and Max like them, kind of, you know, cooked well done, not so crunchy. So this is almost done. Our chicken is done. So this one is the Dano's, and then this one is the garlic powder, onion powder, and garlic pepper. I've just got that on low right now just to keep it heated up. Next we are going to do our hoagies. And I'll show you guys what to do with those in just a minute, okay? We'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to cut your hoagie. You're going to cut it right down the center side of it with a bread knife so it doesn't like cut you or anything. Just don't go too far or you'll cut into it. So you're just going to kind of spread it out just like that. Okay, spilling bread everywhere. It really doesn't matter because you're going to be eating this however. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right on my pan and heat it up just like this. Okay. We're going to heat this up just a little bit. You don't want it too cooked, too toasty, or you won't be able to eat it. Okay. You can throw some garlic butter on there. You can throw some regular butter. You just want it to be toasted enough to... Okay, let me make this really quick because I'm going to have to do this and try it at the same time. So, you are going to put your chicken on here, which this side I have the Dano's and this side I have the other one. And I'm going, once the cheese is melted down a little bit, we're going to fold it up and make it as our sandwich. Alright y'all, so this is the last part of the video because my phone is running out of storage. Alright, so this is the half with the garlic powder, onion powder, and garlic salt, or onion salt, whatever it is, and the mozzarella, and I put some mustard on there as well. Alright, so we're going to give it a try. That's very good. The cheese needs to be melted a little more, but I didn't have time to, so, because I was trying to get this video done. 1 second. Alright, for the second half is the Dano's. provolone cheese and mustard. We're going to give this a try and let you know how it tastes. Okay, that is very good. I like the Danos. It has a very earthy taste to it, but it is very good. I think it would be better on like roasted potatoes, or like if you grill chicken breast, it would be good on that as well if you marinate it. Anyways, here's the sandwich with peppers and onions on it, and then provolone cheese and mozzarella cheese. You can add anything you want to this sandwich. Here, Max, this one's yours. It's a big sandwich, but it's a sandwich. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video as long as it is. I was not expecting it to be this long, or take me over 2 hours to make this video because of my phone. But thank you, Mom, over at Mud and Mascara, for challenging me. And I don't really know who to challenge next because I don't really have any YouTube friends. And also thank you to MT Homestead for making this challenge and letting me be a part of this. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. Y'all have a blessed one, and we'll see you guys in the next video.